Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about dragon riding and also flying as well, as we have some updates on both of these coming in patch 10.2 Guardians of the Dream, which is launching very soon, or is already launched depending on when you watch this video. But before we talk about all of the updates coming in patch 10.2, just want to shout out my Twitch, twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream World of Warcraft, Dragonfly PTR and more, over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. Right, so yes, patch 10.2 Guardians of the Dream launches on November 7th in the NA region and November 8th in the EU. With this patch, we have some absolutely incredible dragon riding and flying updates, including some features which were much requested, honestly, since the absolute beginning of Dragonflight. So, without further ado, let's jump into some of the updates coming in 10.2, including some new glyphs. Of course, we have a new zone in the Emerald Dream to the left-hand side of the Yunnaran Plains. This whole new zone is absolutely awesome looking, and of course, as you'd imagine, it comes with a bunch of new dragon riding glyphs. There are 8 of these in total, scattered all around the Emerald Dream, and once you collect those, obviously, there will be an achievement attached to that as well. And of course, with dragon riding glyphs comes new abilities for your dragon riding drakes. In patch 10.2, we have 3 new abilities, 2 of them being passive, and a new active ability coming in the patch. So the active ability is called Second Wind. This is a active ability with 3 charges and a 3-minute recharge time. Now what's cool about this is that every time you click this ability, it will instantly regen 1 vigor. So if you have a full set of 3 charges, you can instantly regen 3 vigor at any time. This is going to really help out for a lot of people who struggle with building vigor on your dragon riding drake. The only thing here to add with this ability is that you can't use it in races. So yeah, you can't cheat the race by using this ability to gain vigor throughout the race. This will be disabled during races. But for general flying around the Dragon Isles, this is going to help out a lot. The next ability is a passive ability called Swift Skimming. The description for this is that ground skimming can now occur while affected by Thrill of the Skies. So a nice little passive ability there. And the final one is once again another passive ability, and this is Wind's Respite. So it says, after activating Aerial Halt, experience a moment of weightlessness as the effects of gravity are reduced for 4 seconds. So this is essentially some sort of like pseudo hover that we're going to be able to do on our dragon riding drakes, but it does only last 4 seconds, and then once that's done, we'll just kind of glide down to the ground. So don't really understand the point of that. A real hover would have been nice, but if you stick around in the video, I'll tell you how we actually do get a real hover in 10.2. Also, of course, as you'd expect, there are brand new dragon riding races in the Emerald Dream. There are 6 in total, and these will be available in normal, advanced, reverse, challenge, and reverse challenge. So the challenge modes will be there from the very start of these Emerald Dream races. There are 2 achievements attached to this, which have title rewards. So the first one is just to complete the courses in gold time on all normal, advanced, and reverse races. This will give you the Dream Racer title. And to complete all of the races in the Emerald Dream on challenge mode and reverse challenge mode, you will get the title Emerald Ace. So yeah, dragon riding race enthusiasts, there's a lot for you to do in this new patch. Sticking with dragon riding races for a second, there's some interesting entries in the calendar for patch 10.2. So no formal announcement on different kind of dragon riding cups. However, there is a bunch of dragon riding cups added to the calendar. So on January 11th till January 24th, we'll have the Outland Cup, which will be races in the Outland, of course. From April 11th to April 24th, we will have the Northrend Cup. So that'll be races all around Northrend, which could be really fun. From July 11th to July 24th, we will also be having the Pandaria Cup. And finally, as of the current calendar, October 10th, 2024 to October 23rd, 2024, the Broken Isles Cup, which is of course the Legion Zone, will have some races all around it. So those are just entries in the calendar as of the PTR right now. Could be placeholder, but it does seem pretty interesting. They all have icons and descriptions and whatnot. So yeah, perhaps we will be getting these cups throughout the next year. Obviously, this is kind of a 10.2 update. I think by next October, we probably won't be playing 10.2, I hope, but we'll have to see. So yeah, a bunch of different dragon riding cups coming for old world zones, which is very exciting. Moving on now to new dragons and things like that, the Grotto Netherwing Drake is getting some updates in 10.2. So this was originally on the trading post as a kind of like monthly reward, but in 10.2 this will also be available through a quest sign. So if you didn't get this mount originally, you will now be able to get this through a quest sign with Rathian and Veranoth in the Emerald Dream, presumably from week 1, but we'll have to see what happens with that. This will reward the Grotto Netherwing Drake, but also on top of that, this Netherwing Drake will now have customizations enabled. So this was not a thing that you could do when it was originally added, but there was data mined originally that there was customizations for the Netherwing Drake, and it looks like in 10.2 we are getting these customizations available to this dragon, including different skin colors, tail options, armor colors, all that kind of stuff is coming to the Grotto Netherwing Drake in patch 10.2, and most of those customizations will be available from the moment the patch launches, but there will be some that are unlocked through various Dragonflight content, so keep an eye out for that. Also in 10.2, we're getting an Emerald Dream themed Drake. This is the Flourishing Whimsydrake. This is actually obtained from the very first quest in 10.2, so there won't be any time gating on this like we had with the previous Drake. You will be getting this pretty much day 1 of patch 10.2 once you go through to the Emerald Dream. This is a pretty interesting mount. It of course comes with a bunch of customizations, including scale colors and armor and all that kind of stuff that you'd expect from a standard Dragon Riding Drake. Customizations for this will be unlocked through Renown and various activities in the Emerald Dream, as you'd imagine, so keep an eye out for that. But yes, a new Drake will be coming in 10.2 for everybody from the launch of the patch. Also as well, we're going to be getting some customizations through the raid in Amirdrasil, the Dream's Hope, so this obviously comes in Season 3. We're actually getting 2 skins for the renewed Proto-Drake from Farak, which is the last boss of the raid. So Farak will be dropping a regular kind of version of himself, which will be a full transform for the renewed Proto-Drake. This does drop on all difficulties, so even Raid Finder will be able to get this, so you're going to be farming that until the end of time, but also we're getting a Shadow Flame version of Farak, and this is going to be rewarded from Ahead of the Curve. If you don't know what Ahead of the Curve is, it's essentially completing the raid on Heroic before the release of the next raid tier, so definitely make sure you grab that when it is available. So we have the Shadow Flame Farak, which is awesome looking, and then of course the regular Farak, which is also really cool. They're both full transformations for the renewed Proto-Drake. The final thing in the raid is also that on Mythic only Farak, he'll be dropping a new mount, which is the first non-dragon dragon riding mount. This mount is called a Nurelo's Flames Guardian. It is one of the new owl models from patch 10.2. This is an awesome looking model. The animations look phenomenal on this mount. I'm really looking forward to seeing this in the game. I personally won't be doing Mythic Farak until 2 expansions down the line, but this will drop on Mythic Farak only. So Mythic Raiders, look forward to riding on your first non-dragon dragon riding mount. Also, if you obtain this mount on a druid, you'll also unlock a custom flight form, which is the same model without a saddle. So yeah, some exciting stuff coming from the raid in 10.2. And finally, leaving the best for last, Dragon Isles Pathfinder is coming in 10.2. Now, the reward for this is regular flying in the Dragon Isles, the Zaralak Caverns, and the Emerald Dream. So yes, getting Dragon Isles Pathfinder, completing this achievement, will allow you to ride on your regular flying mounts in those 3 areas. This does also include Druid flight forms, so Druids, get excited. So yes, Dragon Isles Pathfinder is coming in 10.2. This is an account-wide unlock. So once this is unlocked, you will be able to use this on all of your alts and all of your future alts, which are going to go through the Dragon Isles. You'll be able to ride on your regular mounts. Just as a little tidbit to this as well, it doesn't mess with the random mount button. So when you press that random mount button, it will just kind of automatically go to dragon riding mounts. But if you do want to ride a normal flying mount in the Dragon Isles, this is something you will be able to do once this achievement is unlocked, which is fantastic. So what are the requirements for Dragon Isles Pathfinder? Well, it's actually not too egregious. It's not like previous Pathfinders. Most of it you've actually probably already done, just simply by playing Dragonfly. So one of the main parts is to complete all of these story quests in the Dragon Isles zones and the Zaralak Caverns. Also, it wants you to explore the Dragon Isles, the Zaralak Cavern, and the Emerald Dream. So very easy to do. And then finally, you need to get Renown 15 with all Dragonflight major factions. That does include the Dream Wardens, which is the new faction of of 10.2, so make sure as soon as that patch launches, you're kind of gunning for Renown 15. But the majority of these things you can do right now, apart from the Dream Warden's reputation. So go out there and explore all of the zones, complete all of the quest lines, and of course get your Renown to 15 with all of the major factions. So yeah, pretty easy to do, and most of the people will probably get this on week 1 or week 2 of patch 10.2. Yeah, there you go. Guys, that is all of the updates coming to Dragon Riding and regular flying in patch 10.2. Let me know down below what you think of all of this. What do you think of Dragon Isles Pathfinder? Is it a little bit too late? I don't know. Interesting. I think it's kind of fun. It's really strange to fly regular mounts in the Dragon Isles, I must say. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say about that. But if you like this video, guys, please do leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to support me outside of YouTube, I'm also on Patreon and I'm on Twitter at MrGMYT, and I've got a partner Discord channel as well. And as I mentioned, I am streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream World of Warcraft, Dragonflight, Dragonflight PTR, and more, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.